What's going on, guys? Happy New Year. It is 2023 and welcome back to the channel and welcome to the new studio. So I have been waiting, and actually I would say debating for a long time whether or not to paint my office, my studio, what have you. And I finally was like, you know what? I have time. I have this little break right now. I started painting things around the house and I was like, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's get some new changes going into 2023. Let's redo the studio. Let's completely overhaul this thing. Let's go through everything and see what we can make this place into with this small space that I have to work with. And I think I did okay. So with that, I also tried to keep track about how much it cost me to redo and do this little makeover slash overhaul slash whatever you want to call it, to really give me some new ideas, some fresh coat of paint literally on the walls and a fresh coat of paint up here to really give me some new fresh ideas for 2023, really get the creative juices flowing, new space, new ideas, you know, start the whole new year off fresh. So I'm just gonna kind of go over really what it kind of cost me to do, the little studio updates that I've done, and little ideas that I might be able to give you guys to kind of like repurpose things to something that you can use again or just check it out. So obviously the main thing I did right off the bat, as you guys can tell, is I painted this whole room white. Before, as you guys see any video prior to this one, the walls have been a tan beige color, and it really wasn't working for me. It was the color of the room when I moved into my space I'm in now. And on top of that, I also painted the windowsill trim black because I love black. Obviously, I love black. To me, I love the concept of black and white. I love that concept. I've always been into darker colors. And on top of that, I replaced all the switches and outlets to be black. I actually did reuse the plates. Instead of spending the money on new ones, I reused the plates and I used a rattle can of black paint to repaint the cover plates. So to do that, I already had the rattle can paint, but let's just say it's under $5 for that. To do the switches, that was basically a really cheap fix. That was only about, I'd say $12 altogether to replace the switches. So the next thing I did to really update the studio is to basically change the whole color concept of everything. I painted both of the wooden fixtures I have on my walls black as well to help give that pop. Now that black can of paint, I would say probably cost about $4. It was an acrylic paint, really cheap, you can get at your craft store, and I basically revamped the wooden frames that I already had. Something new that I wanted to get was the shelf here. This probably cost me, I'd say $25 to $30, I believe it was. I had a lot of trips to the hardware store. More than I'd like to admit, and I kept forgetting something every single time because you guys know how it goes. If you've done any projects, you always end up back at the store. Another thing that I did that was completely free was I completely moved around where things were in the room to give it a nice flow, a nice setup for the camera, and also just basically a nice workflow for my work. I did grab a new curtain rod to match the rest of the fixtures in the room. I'm still not done yet. I do have things on order that I'm gonna be getting into this room to help organize it better, but as for this shelf, I'm definitely not just gonna leave the sign there. I do have to figure out what I wanna put up there. It's a work in progress, like always, like any kind of project. I'm kind of figuring out where I really want things. I think for right now, it's gonna help me create new content, help me create new ideas, really give me a fresh look at things for this year. I cannot wait to work with all the new people again that I met this past year and also work with new people, and I cannot wait for what this year brings. I have so much content that I want to get out, and on top of that, I am just trying to figure out what I want to do for mods on the car, and I just need some help. So if you guys have any ideas, don't say sell it, please. Any ideas for mods on the car, please comment below, because I'm like, I want to come with something fresh. I do have an idea in the back of my mind about what I want to do that I came up with before the year ended, but I want to see what you guys think. Give me some ideas. I'm trying to think about what I want to do to the charger. As for a grand total of everything put together, I did run some numbers. We're coming in at $160, and that is a very generous amount. It could be even lower than that, but we're under 200 to completely redo this studio with paint, new fixtures, and reusing old things and giving you a whole new fresh perspective in a room. I think it's completely doable as long as you don't go too far. But you know, this room looks completely different, and obviously you guys can't see the full room, but it looks completely changed, and it really is like walking into a new room. We're racking in basically with $100 in paint and supplies, $15 for the curtain rod, and that's honestly something that we just kind of picked out last minute. $35 for the shelf. I think altogether is pretty much how it ended up costing. About $12 to $15, like I said, in switches, and $5 in, you know, general hardware. But that is an awesome amount to be at, under 200. It's definitely doable. So glad that I dug into this project to start off the year. If this video helped you guys at all, if you guys got any kind of new ideas or a new spark of motivation to redo your studio, your home office, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys end up doing, or if this video helped you create new things or create new ideas. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys in the next one.